Welcome back to Morning Live. A final look now at your sports news for today. Now, tomorrow evening, South Africa's Marumo Gallants will play host to one of the giants of African football, African Sports Club, commonly known as Yanga, for the second leg of the CAF Confederation Cup. We are joined in studio by the president of Yanga, Hersi Said. Good morning, Hersi. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports on Morning Live.
Very good morning. How are you, madam?
I'm very well, thank you. So now, Hersi, you've just won your 29th league title with a couple of games to spare. It really is a good time right now for the club that's 89 years old.
Yeah. We're very excited. We're very happy with the results. We're very happy also to be crowded champions of NBC Premier League in Tanzania.
And that's not the only title you have this season. You already have another title, and now you're, of course, still contending for CAF and one more. Yes.
In the beginning of the season, actually, we have a tournament called Charity Cup. And that Charity Cup is the kickoff of the season. And we managed to beat our rival 2-1. So we grabbed our first trophy in the beginning of the season. And then the league title now.
Talk about the league title now, but a big one happening tomorrow night is, of course, you taking on South Africa's Marumo Gallants. How important is a victory for you going into this semi-final second leg clash?
To be honest, this is our first time reaching the level of semi-final. And we've played one game at home with advantage of 2 goals. And tomorrow we're going to finish the second leg here in South Africa. It's very important for my club, Young Africans. It's very important for Tanzanian football as well. We would love to be part of the final of CAF Confederation this season.
South Africans are not loving hearing you say that, because they also want our very own Marumo Gallants to make it to that final. But let's talk about how things haven't always been rosy for this young African side. I mean, you've been at the helm for about the last 3-4 years alongside your leadership. But when you joined, there was just some trying times for the club. How did you manage to turn things around?
Yeah, it was, in the beginning, it was very difficult. Because Young Africans, by the time we came into supporting, or I can say supporting the club and raise to the level of where Yanga can be able to compete locally and international, with the help of our sponsor, GSM, Mr. Gallants, it was very difficult. So we had, let's say, I can say 2 phases. Phase 1 was a short term, where we were supporting, being supported by Mr. Gallants, our sponsor, to raise the value of the club by signing good players, training facilities, paying salaries and all this stuff. So initially, we were expecting to have a short-term period where we can be able to raise the performance of the club through our sponsor. And in the long term, we had a project called Transformation to transform the entire team from the old system of operation to a new system, whereby now it was more of a fun engagement and allow fans and members to be part of the club financially.
And you speak about the players, and we know that you've had somewhat of an overhaul when it comes to the player department in the team. What is it that defines a younger player? What is it that when you went out into the market you were looking for, and you said this is the type of player in terms of characteristics, in terms of personality, that speaks to what the club stands for?
Honestly speaking, Young Africans, it's a result-oriented football club. The fans and members, they want their team to win all the time. Every tournament, every game they're playing, they want their team to win. So whatever the signing that you want to do, you have to reflect the requirement of the fans and members. And our requirement is to win all the trophies. So you look at the player and you say, this player, can he give us results? Can he make sure that he can add value to our team and make sure we win every game in the league? And we're very happy the signings has paid us. Last season, we managed to go into 49 unbeaten. It's a record for Tanzania. It's a record for East Africa. And I think it's number 4 in Africa, having said 49 games without getting
a loss.
Yeah, without a loss. So the results are reflecting this type of players that we signed.
We talk about the results reflecting all the work that you've put in terms of the team, and I want to go again into this second leg semi-final clash against Marumo Gallants tomorrow, because we saw coming into that first leg just a key player in Mayele for the Young Africans. How key is that young man to your squad?
Mayele, to be honest, he's one of the best strikers in Africa now. He is a top scorer in the league in Tanzania, 16 goals. The second one, I think it's sitting at 10. So he's our top goal scorer in the local league. He has been number 2 his first season, which is last season, 16 goals as well. But if you ripe up the entire number of goals he has scored so far, within 2 seasons, he has scored more than 50 goals, sitting at 52 goals per 2 seasons. But also in the African tournament, he has scored 4 goals in CAF Confederation, sitting at number 2, behind Marumo Gallants striker. Yeah. And in the preliminary stages, he scored 6 goals. So a total of 10 goals in CAF Confederation this season, and 16 goals in the league. To me, Mayele Fiston is #1 striker in Africa now.
So Mayele is the man that Marumo Gallants need to work on tomorrow, the man they need to mark. And just in terms of your preparations ahead of that clash, how has it been since you arrived in the country?
So far, South Africa is treating us very well. We came here 3 days ago, and my team straight traveled to Rustenburg, where we need to climatize. In Dar es Salaam, where my team is located, it's a bit hot now. Here the temperature is very low. You guys are freezing here. So we had to send the team a bit earlier for them to climatize and get to understand the environment and you know, get ready for the game. But so far, I mean, South Africa is treating us very well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming through this morning, and good luck for tomorrow's clash.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That is Hersi Said. He is the president of Young Africans. They will be in CAF Confederation Cup competition tomorrow up against South Africa's Marumo Gallants. I will be part of that build-up for SABC Sports at 5:30 with that encounter kicking off at 6 p.m.